Hey guys, welcome to the ultimate guide to dating for an Indian man in his 30s. I've got a number of things covered for you. Basically, what I want to do in this training session is give you a clear blueprint as to what is it that is going on for you and break down a lot of the myths that are going on in society, that the people around tell you, and the pressure about marriage and a lot of other things which has been going on. So here, we're going to break down everything of that and let's just get started. So firstly, when the question about should I get married or not comes up, what you got to keep in mind are a couple of things. This would be the time where you would have started feeling the pressure from your parents. You would have started seeing that all of your friends are getting married. You would have started seeing that you're a bit lonely and you don't have other people to hang out with. Also, you might be noticing that some things in your life aren't as good. Maybe you're a successful person right now, but you don't feel fulfilled. And maybe if you get married and have kids, then you're going to be fulfilled. These are the arguments that people would also be making for you. Another thing that you would be hear people saying is that, this is the right age to get married, you need to get married before it gets too late. So there's a lot of fear mongering out there that get married before it's too late, or you're not going to have kids, you'll have no one to take care of you when you get old. Alright, let's break these things down and let me give you the real stuff which is out there. So firstly, when it comes to getting married, it's a very important decision. It's not something that you can just do by just meeting anyone, koi bhi kahin bhi mil jaye, and you just get married to that person. Alright, the Indian society is huge on marriage, like literally Bollywood, cricket and weddings are the three passions that the entire country as a nation has. So, usme, when you're thinking of getting married, there's no point getting married to someone that you don't connect with. There's no point getting married to someone very hastily just because you're getting old. All that is doing is that's putting you in a fear-based mindset and it's putting you in scarcity, which means that when you're getting old, it's just bullshit. It's just that no one's going to like you because now you're getting old, you can't have kids. So many problems are going to happen. Okay. And anytime that thing happens when you're in a fear-based mindset, you're in a scarce mindset, that things are going to get wrong, you will end up making the worst decision of your life. So to never make a decision out of scarcity, or never make a decision out of desperation or out of fear. And also your comparison with other people. You might be starting to compare yourself with your friends who are getting married and other people who are getting married and you haven't gotten married. Now this comparison again is a huge trap for you because everyone is on their own journey in life. You're on your own journey in life and they're on their own journey in life. And you as a man are unique. You as a person are unique. So you can't just follow anything that someone else is doing. And if you start to do things that other people are doing and you think that's going to be great for you, not really. It's not going to be the case for you because you're going to fall flat on your face because that decision wasn't yours and then you'll regret it forever. There are so many instances where people have gotten married to the wrong person and they haven't waited enough or they've been desperate about it and they've done things out of desperation. As a result, okay, this is not predictable, but generally on a probability standpoint, there's a huge chance for you to not have a great marriage if you make the decision hastily. Because if you make a decision hastily and you don't think about it clearly, that even if you connect with the person or you don't connect with that person and you're just like, I want to get married by this and this date and I want to get it done with whoever I have. And if you get that done like that and you're not thinking if there's a connection between you, you are compatible or not, you're not looking for things such as personality traits and you're just ending up getting married. There are so many horror stories around where there are false cases that happen. You might end up getting divorced and then uske baad the girl will put a false case of dowry or fucking sexual abuse against you, your family and everything. All those things happen, and so you don't want to fall into that trap because that will be the worst thing to have ever happened to you. And uske baad again you'll be single again, but now you'll be in a much more fucked up place. And clearly now फिर उसके बाद तुम्हारा जितना भी भरोसा है for women, all the trust that you have on the institution of marriage, that will have been taken away. These huge decisions of your life, you got to think about it once because ideally what we're trying to do, if it's about marriage, is get you married once and just once and not get married again and again and again, which is what happens in the Western society, which is what happens in foreigners. No matter how progressive we are, that is something which I feel is great because when you connect with someone, you want to spend your life with that person. I think it's amazing. So do not fall into the trap ki I want to get married right now and make a hasty decision out of comparison, out of what other people are saying. They don't know anything. You're the one who's going to be suffering alone. You're the one who's going to be paying the price if it becomes a bad decision. Alright, give it a thought. It's an important decision of your life. Moving on. Let's talk about your purpose. In your 30s, your purpose for dating really changes. Like, I'm 29 right now. I'm turning 30 depending on when this video is out. So 21st November is my birthday. So I think I'm going to be 30 by then because 2 din baad 21st हो रही है, right? So things have been really changing for me. Like when I learned about game, I was 21 years old or something, right? And all I wanted to do was lose my virginity, meet some people, have some amazing sex, and just have adventures. And that has happened. And as in when I neared my late 20s, 26, not 20, even 20, I think 27, 8 ke aaspaas, I started to feel that I want something much more deeper. All right, sex is great, doing adventures is great, going to parties is great, but now maybe I want companionship, I want compatibility, I want to spend time with someone, I want to have an emotional connection, I want to cuddle as well. And then I want to go back home to someone who I can cuddle with, I can spend some time with, and essentially looking for a more deeper connection rather than just sex, because that's something that has been already done. So when you're nearing your 30s, generally for most of you out here, it's going to be looking for a long-term relationship. But if it's not, that's fine as well. If you want to have those adventures because maybe you missed out on those adventures in your 20s, or maybe you've got certain relationship issues that you have, commitment phobia you've got, you're love avoidant, all right? And if those are the things that are troubling you right now, then it's completely fine with you having some, some casual hookups, some casual relationships as well. Just making sure it's consensual, all right? Having some casual relationships, and then eventually when you meet someone, you connect with someone, you can end up getting married. And that's a decent enough approach as well. That being said, we really need to be clear with what our purpose is right now, because that will define how we want to approach our 30s and how we want to approach our dating life and make this happen for us so that we can have an amazing dating life or be in a relationship, anything that we want at this point in time. So if it's just hooking up with people, or if it's like meeting people, going on dates and then deciding who you want to get married to, either of the things are correct, but just keep that in your mind that this is what you want to do. And then essentially at the same time, you want to think about what is the kind of a girl that you want to meet. Be very clear with that thing. Define that clearly. Is she someone who's in her 20s, early 20s? Is she someone who's 20, 21, 22, who's more of a party kind of girl, who's got more youth in her, who wants to have fun, get drunk and everything? Or is it someone who is maybe in her late 20s where, her focus is also shifted towards a longer relationship, she's got a stable career, or, in her 30s with like a little bit more maturity she has, and you can connect with that person more. So what is it that you want? Now, you could connect with a person who's in their early 20s as well, because that's a lot of youthful, fun energy. Like just I connect with people who are like around 20 to 23 because it's just a lot more fun for me. But if maybe like, who knows, if I meet someone who's like, who just like mental match bhi ho raha hai because they're much more mature, I think that's nice as well. So it just depends on the situation for me, who I'm meeting at that point in time. But generally for you, it needs to be clear. And if it's a marriage decision or if it's a decision for a long-term relationship, I think this plays a role. Now, once you decide this, it's not a final thing. This is just so that for the better understanding of ourselves and so that we can get more value out of this video and we can be more clear with what is it that we really want. All right. So you decided what is it that you want. Next thing is you want to decide what kind of person are you. All right. You want to finalize on your values. What are your values? All right. What are the 10 things that you stand for? For me, those 10 things, one could be loyalty. All right. Being very loyal to my closest of friends. Second thing that I have is I'm a huge protector for my friends and my loved ones. All right. I don't leave them. So ऐसे different values हो सकते हैं. So you can list out some of the values that are true for you. And this is going to help us understand if these values are going to be true for the other person as well. And if there's a better connection happening. So once you have your values, you've got your dreams, then list out your dreams and then list out your fears. Okay, what are the fears you have? What are your dreams, your ambitions? And then your values. That will make sure that this is where your value is coming out and this is what kind of person you are. To go even deeper, list out 10 qualities about yourself which make you an amazing partner. This is important for you to build confidence in yourself and to be sure that yes, you are some person who's fucking amazing. So 10 things which you feel are amazing about you and what someone else is going to get being with you. It could be the maturity, the experience that you have, the amazing fun times you've had, the ability to guide them with things, help them out with social skills, or help them out with spirituality, meditation. It could be anything, all right, even with the career. Once we have all of these things clear, now we can see where our value is coming. We can see what is really happening at this point in time. Now we have all of these things clear and we're clear with who you are, your values, your dreams, the value you're bringing to the person, the qualities that you have. And then you're clear with what is your purpose with dating right now? What is it that you want? And what is the type of a person you want to meet? Having all of those things said, clearing up all of that, let's get down to certain mindsets that would be blocking you from having an amazing dating life right now. One of the biggest mindsets is that I'm old. Some of you would be thinking I'm old right now, I'm in my 30s and no girl's gonna like me. And the girls that I meet who are single are generally in their 20s or late 20s and I'm in my 30s, so they're not gonna like me. Another thing you could have in your mind is going that I'm balding right now. Or another thing is that there are no single women out here anymore. Another thing could be that I'm already in my 30s now and is it too late for me to learn attraction, learn how to groom myself, learn how to talk to people? And can I even get a young girl right now? Because I'm graying, I'm balding, all those things are happening right now. And now my youth is going away. Can I even be single right now? All right, do I really have to get married? All of those beliefs, limiting mindsets would be happening in your mind right now. Another thing, you might be overweight right now. And you might also feel that it's creepy to approach younger girls than you. For someone who's in their 30s or 40s, it's creepy to talk to younger women, and it's creepy to be doing all of these things, to be going out to bars and clubs or even meeting people. You should just go to Shaadi.com or these online matrimonial sites and get some arranged marriage from somewhere. Okay. Now I'm just going to group all of them in one thing, because these are just limiting mindsets. And I'll take them one at a time, alright? But generally, there's just limiting mindsets. The way I define limiting mindsets is any mindset that stops you from moving ahead in life, that isn't serving you right now, but is hurting you. It's a limiting mindset because it's limiting you to reach your true potential out here. So having a mindset that young girls don't like to meet older men, is it true? Maybe, maybe not. But if we believe that, it becomes true for us and we'll never be able to meet anyone who's younger than us. Now, it's creepy for me to meet younger women and go out to clubs. Is it really? Or you think it's creepy? Again, same thing. Because you think it's creepy and because society says that, and because you're watching some content where people are projecting their own limiting beliefs on you, you're absorbing those limiting beliefs. So anytime you're following someone, anytime you're listening to someone, or as a coach, whatever content you're consuming, you need to be sure that are those limiting beliefs that they're instilling in me, or are those beliefs that are going to take you ahead and take you forward and get you into abundance, where you're going to better your life? What are those things that they're instilling in you? And if these are the beliefs that you have, it's through a lot of shit that you've been consuming. Sorry to say. And which is why you're here, which means you're at the best place you can ever be. There's one thing that I do for my older clients, or even if you're a younger client, somehow you wanted to watch a video, you're like, Kshitij's video, let's just watch it. Okay, so if you're an older person, you're a younger person, anything, or let's say you've got whatever insecurity you have about yourself, any negative thing about you, what you want to do is you want to turn that negative into a positive. This is a skill set that you need to have. The problem statement out here is, I'm too old, I'm in my 30s, young girls won't like me because I'm old. The way I look at it into a positive is, I am more mature. I've got more experience. I can handle a lot more things in life. I've got more money. I am in my prime because I'm a man and men age like fine wine. All right. Who's going to be more attractive? A 20-year-old Saif Ali Khan or a 50-year-old Saif Ali Khan? Similarly with Shah Rukh Khan. Being the King Khan right now, or when his first movie that fucking was kind of okay and he was still struggling and there were people much bigger than him, but him right now in his 50s. So men age like fine wine. And as you grow, your value also grows. So your status grows, your success grows, your experience grows. You have more experience to handle difficult things in life, which means if this girl decides to partner up with you and date you or even get married to you, you can keep them safe because you can provide, you've got more experience, so you can take care of a lot more things, and you're just a more fucking awesome person because you've had more time to learn a lot of things. So we've just turned that into a positive. Let's say a girl is young and she just wants to party. A girl's in her 20s. Why would she want to meet someone who's in his 30s? Because you bring what she does not have. She's got all of these boys out there, all right? Which is boys who just want to party and this and that, but they don't have the stability. They don't have that masculine quality. And by these are 23 to 25, मुश्किल से कोई masculine quality होती है. Once you cross your 25, you get more experience and you get more masculine qualities out there. The more masculine you get, the more attractive you get to the feminine. In your 30s, is your masculine time. This is when you're at your peak. And your peak is going to go up at your 40s as well. After 40s, maybe you might go down, but unless you're like Shah Rukh Khan or something, your peak is just going to go up and up and up and up and up. Because men are not judged on the way they look. In essence, I mean, things are changing, but women are really judged on the way they're looking. Okay? And even when you say that a woman is at a peak, which means that she's basically the best looking. Now, things are really changing and it depends what success she has. Like, Priyanka Chopra is getting more and more successful. Someone like Angelina Jolie and everyone, of course, they're also going up and up and it's not like they're hitting a peak. So this red pill argument, I don't really believe it. So the core thing out here, is it a man thing or is it a woman thing, is basically if you're on top of your game, okay, if you're on top of your shit, whatever you're doing that with excellence. You're going to go up and up and up and your value is going to increase and increase and increase. And it does not have to do anything with looks because women don't really look for looks. And with looks, what you can do is you can still get groomed and everything, which we'll cover later in the video. And you can work on those things as well. So you're hitting your peak, all right? You're nearing your peak years, you're getting more experience, you're more amazing, you've got more time, you've got an amazing business going on, or you've got an amazing job, you've got the security and everything, and you're a much better potential partner for them. See how I turned all of those negatives into a positive right now? If you're balding, go bald. Go a fucking bald. The most attractive men are bald, like The Rock, Jason Statham, Vin Diesel. They're bald. It just depends on how confident you are about yourself, and that's the core part of it. So all of your limiting beliefs are not going to harm you. Like, nothing is going to harm you, your situation right now, till you let them harm you. Okay? What I mean by that is, if you're confident with who you are and you wear it to your sleeve and you're 100% confident and you own it, बाल उड़ रहे हैं, हाँ ठीक है, पूरे उड़ा देंगे, मैं The Rock बन गया हूँ, मैं grey हो रहा हूँ, like I've got grey hair, yes, that's more masculine, that's more mature, women will love it, okay, and your energy gets better, you get more grounded, you get more masculine as in the time goes, you accumulate a lot of things. It's about you owning whatever is happening in your life, and that is what builds attraction. Attraction isn't a lot of the tick mark, checkbox things, but attraction isn't a choice. And naturally, if a girl gets attracted to someone which is going to be masculinity, fun, banter, sexual tension, which is going to be someone who's more mature generally, that's going to be fucking epic for you. Okay, so attraction isn't a choice. You can't be like a tick point thing. There is a tick point thing, but usually what do you see every time? You see someone who's like a young girl getting married to an older man. Okay, very rarely do you see a young man getting married to an older woman. So when as a man you're growing older, that is working in your favor. That is the best time for you because you are aging like fine wine. Hopefully we've got those mindsets out of the fucking way and just start owning this shit and start going out and start making this happen for you. Next, one of the most important things is taking care of yourself. You cannot fall out of this shit. You have to take care of yourself. And there are two things, not even two things, a number of things that matter out here. You've got to have a stable job or some revenue coming in. Get your investments and some savings and everything and your pension and everything in order. Okay. Next, start fucking meditating. Because the more you meditate, the better you are and the better that compatibility is going to be there for someone because you're not going to be bringing on a lot of your traumas. And the next thing is heal those fucking traumas. I've got a channel, Highward Cycle as well. You can check that out for all of that stuff so that you can have a better relationship. Next is start working out. When you're in your 30s, there's nothing more unattractive than you having a belly, like a pot belly. वो जो हलवाई होते हैं, उनकी जैसी pot belly. Now, if you have that, we're going to just own it and go for it because now you're just a cuddly fucking panda. But if you have that, why do you want to make it difficult for yourself when you can just go to the gym and start losing all of that weight? Go out there, and the thing is, when you put on weight, right, when you've got a belly and everything, what happens is you look much more older than you usually are. And if you have a nice body, you slim and trim and you lean, you look much more younger. So you want to be fit, you want to go out, you want to be on top of your shit. You want to be living life and not be like this a retired person who's going through the motions of life. Next, what you want to do is your styling and grooming is going to really matter. Which styling and grooming? It really depends on one, the kind of person you want to meet, and number two, what impression you want to give. If you wear a shirt, you're going to look like you're in your 30s, much more mature and everything. If you wear a round neck t-shirt or even a polo t-shirt, you're going to look much younger. A black slim fit t-shirt will make you look much like if you're 35, will make you look like you're in your late 20s. If you want to meet a younger girl, late 20s, wear that kind of a clothing, much better. But there will be people who will love you for wearing shirts and all of that, those things and being much more mature. You can do that as well. But generally, there's another concept. What we want to do out here is we want to make you relatable to that person. Like, let's say a girl is 20 years old and she just entered college and you're a 35-year-old man. And if you're wearing a shirt and everything, it might be a little bit difficult, but then again, women have those fantasies of an older man and, which is why we have all these stories of girls dating their fucking professors and everything. So, whatever. But generally, if a girl is in her 20s, you're much better wearing like round neck t-shirts and dressing up like you're in your late 20s, unless you're graying and everything. But that really also just depends on your fashion. Another thing that you want to keep in mind while your fashion and grooming is you want to style your hair and beard for sure. But you want to see what you're more authentic with. If you're someone, like, definitely you'll have to change things. If it's a shirt, don't wear the same shirt that you've been wearing because I'm pretty sure it's going to be shit. Alright, learn about fashion and grooming, okay? And we can definitely help you out with that as well. Alright, so you can drop us a text or book a call with us. वो भी हम कर लेंगे वहाँ पे. I'll add like, you can go to ironmanlifestyle.co/coaching and you can book a call as well. Also, there'll be a Calendly link somewhere down below. Click on the button or the link and then you can book a call with us and see how we can help you out with your situation. But the thing being that you want to be authentic with it as well. Alright, if you are someone who wants to meet a person, like, let's say you want to meet someone who's a woman who's she's a CEO, COO, or she's into corporate stuff. Alright, she's a corporate businesswoman or anything, whatever you call it. Now, you in a t-shirt will not be appealing to that woman. You in a shirt will be much more appealing and in a blazer much more appealing to that person. If you want to meet a girl who's partying, you in a round neck t-shirt and streetwear and everything wearing will be much more appealing to her. So dressing on what you're congruent with. Now, I want to meet someone who's more fun, so I'm going to dress in a certain way. If I want to meet someone who's more into the corporate thing, I'm going to be dressing up in a certain way. So that also you need to keep in mind with your dressing. ठीक है, लिख लो क्या तुम्हें पसंद है और उस हिसाब से अभी तुमने जो पहले लिखा होगा your values, dreams, the kind of girl you want to meet, that would have made it very clear for you. Think about just one girl, not 10 girls and having 10 qualities. One girl. Okay, once you have a grooming in order, styling, you're going to the gym, meditating, all of that, you be on your top of your shit. Now, next thing, what do we want to do is we want you to build opportunity and start building relationships and start meeting people. There are a number of ways you can do this. You've got cold approach, which is you can go out and you can meet people in bars and malls and clubs. You can meet people through your own social circle. You can meet people in your office. You can meet people at different networking events. You can meet people at the gym. You can meet people in other things like, whenever you attend a wedding or a party or anywhere, which is again through social circle. You can meet people if you have certain passions like a dance class or like salsa and everything that people go. Usually when people go into their 30s, they try to go for salsa and everything, but there's hip hop, you can also go for that. And then there's online dating, Tinder, Bumble and everything. You can meet people there. And then there's two more final things. Then there's online matrimonial sites, shaadi.com and etc etc. And then finally there's like through referral, through the family, wo jo, you know, desi jugaad se arranged marriages ho jati hain. So there are all these avenues where you can meet people. Now, when people want to sort out their dating life, the way they meet people is they just tackle one of these areas. They're like, yaar, we're just gonna wait for arranged marriage, ghar pe rishte aa rahe hain, wohi kar lenge. But if you want to have the best experience out there, I would want you to tackle everything. Everything. And cold approach, which is going to bars and clubs and meeting people in real life, is going to bring you the most ROI. In the sense that you're going to develop an amazing personality, you're going to get over your fears, you're going to understand how to talk to people, and you will attract a girl rather than just be given a girl through arranged marriage. Although, if that's the case and you want to get married right now, if there's arranged marriage, I have no qualms against it, go for it. But तुम्हारा personal development नहीं हो रहा उस point पे, ठीक है? At least what I would say is you want to give cold approach a shot, you want to give online dating a shot, you want to give all of these things a shot. And once you know how to approach someone, you can approach them at work, you can approach them in the gym, you can approach them in different situations, at parties, at clubs, at malls, at bars, and you will have developed this skill set of meeting people. And naturally, when you develop this skill set, now when you decide to get married or now when you decide to be in a relationship, you know that you can meet anyone you want at any point in time. So you have that sense of security and that abundance that you can meet anyone at any point in time. Uski wajah se you will not take a bad decision. You will not take a decision that yaar, this girl is the only one that I'm meeting, तो अब इसी से शादी कर लेता हूँ. That's not going to be happening. And that's the beauty of that. Same thing with your online dating, learning about online dating, and then with your arranged marriage stuff and matrimonial sites and everything. So these ways, you got to start meeting people through these different things. Next, learn how to build attraction, learn how to flirt. Generally, when people meet, they try to get to know the person better, which is also fine. Alright, we will get to that. But right now, firstly, what you gotta do is you gotta build attraction, build sexual tension, be funny, have a sense of humor, be fun to be around, have a great energy. And that masculinity would always be there, alright? Maintain masculinity, but still be fun. If you're confused about it, we've got a mentorship program where we help you out with that. We guide you through all of the process of like grooming yourself, approaching people, and then building attraction, and all of the other things also that I'm gonna be telling you out here. You can book a call with us. Niche, have a conversation with one of my team members, 100% that can be done. Now moving on, you started going to the gym, you're starting to look better, you got your styling and grooming in order, you're looking amazing, you've decided who you want to meet, and you started to go out there and do approaches, you started to do online dating, matrimonial sites, whatever, you're keeping your options open from everywhere. Now you're learning how to build attraction. Once there's attraction, now is when connection building comes. Now is when you start to figure out the commonalities between you. You start to get to know each other because now you've made an amazing impression. Now you've given value in the starting. Now you've established value and that girl is attracted to you. So the woman that you'll be meeting who's attracted to you now is the time when she wants to know you. When she's not attracted to you, she doesn't want to know you. It's just fucking small talk. It's just killing the time. Let's say you're on a date, it's just killing the time. But now she's really interested in you. And that is where connection building comes into play. And that's where you can fall in love as well. Once connection building is done, you want to go on more dates. Now, this could be if it's a cold approach situation, you're talking and you're getting a number, and then on a date, you're doing connection building. But generally, let's say you're talking, you're building attraction. Uske baad, thoda sa connection building karke, you want to get the number and then set up dates. Okay? Get the number close and then text and everything to set up the date. और फिर वहाँ पे जाके you carry forward with connection building and then finally physical connection तुम्हारा होता है to move things ahead. Those will be the basic steps into it. Now covering a bit more about like, let's say you're talking to someone, there's attraction going on. Now, it's super important for you to exchange contact information. It's so crazy that I see this all the time, and the most basic thing, people don't exchange contact information. How are you going to meet the person again? Unless it's in your office and any social environment where you know you'll meet the person again. पहली बारी में you have to exchange contact information. एक party में cold approach में करना ही करना है. Office वगैरह में second time better रहेगा. ठीक है? Second time के लिए better रहेगा. Now, at your workplace, you want to keep something in mind. You don't want to develop the reputation that this is a desperate man who's hitting on everyone all around. The way to combat that is, when you're talking to someone, you don't directly say, I like you and everything, okay? You reserve that for later on till you've gotten the number and everything. You keep the conversation fun without clearly stating intent, and indirectly through your sub-communication, your eye contact, your vocal tonality, your flirting vibe and everything, you use all of that stuff to create that attraction. And the girl is still going to be attracted to you, and the people around will be passively attracted to you. So you use indirect attraction and passive attraction out here. Indirect verbals and passive attraction, no direct verbals. And once you exchange contact information, the next time you meet that same person again, you have fun again. And then you exchange contact information. Then you can talk to her and everything. Then you can get her out on a date. And that's when you can start to flirt more and start to clear your intent and build connection and everything. Once you've built that emotional connection as well, next step is to build a physical connection as well. This step is what people miss out all of the time because there's a lot of anxiety associated with it, a lot of fear associated with it, and also you don't want to offend the girl. What's the difference between you being friends with a girl and you dating the girl? Is it the physical connection? All right, attraction hota hai, but mainly is a physical connection. As friends also you can hang out, but until the physical connection is there, sexual tension is there, nahi ho payega. So sexuality, physical tension, physical connection is going to be your next step out there. And then you want to get on multiple dates. You want to develop a physical connection and you want to go for the kiss as well at some point in time on the date. The first date or the second date or something, you have to go for the kiss. And then moving things ahead, depending, what the thing is, maybe like you want to start dating before you get to sex, or maybe, vibe may, like, the situation is like that, you just take it to the bedroom and then you end up having sex. And then you move on and then you continue seeing each other again. So naturally it could lead to sex as well. Or maybe the girl's going to say that, I'm not going to have sex on the first or second date. And don't worry about that, it's completely fine, all right? Only after we start dating, okay, which is also completely fine. And then you can decide what to do. One thing to do is please do not lie out here. Don't try to manipulate to just get sex. That is the worst thing you can do. With the work that we're doing, number one, we want to keep it consensual. And number two, we want to make sure that they're having an amazing time with us. And everything we're doing is through honesty. That's all my work is about. And since you're watching the video, I'm pretty sure you believe in the same things as well as me. So that is going to be your model for how to meet people and what is it that you need to do at that point in time. Generally, the method and the path that I'm going to give for you is get better with women first, okay? Learn how to approach people, learn how to build attraction, learn how to build comfort, physical connection and everything. And then get to a place of choice. And from there, you can decide who you want to date or who you want to get married to. Get some experience along the way. And then if you find you connect with someone, then you can, of course, make that proper decision. And that's what the best way for you moving ahead from here is going to be. If you want us to help you out, me and my team of coaches at Iron Man Lifestyle to help you out with your dating life or your social skills, with your fashion or grooming, or how to approach people at work, how to approach people at bars and clubs through online dating or even matrimonial sites or anything else, all right, which is in the dating realm, how do you meet people? And you feel there are certain things, specific things for your situation that you need. Then we run a mentorship program, all right, which is a 12-week program where we help you out with your dating life. It's a step-by-step personalized one-on-one program where we help you out with correcting all of the sticking points that you have and then teaching you the methods out there that have brought immense success to all of our past clients. And this is something that I've been doing for the past 10 years. You can get all the direct experience and get mentored by me and my team of coaches for the next 12 weeks. All you have to do is you got to click on the link below and schedule a call with us. It's ironmanlifestyle.co/coaching, or there'll be a Calendly link for you to directly book a call. Once you click on that button, you're going to be taken to a page where you can book your slot. You're going to see some slots to book a call at that point in time. Once you click on that, there are going to be times out there. You can choose your specific time. Once you choose a specific time, then there are going to be certain questions out there which are going to help us get started on the call, which are going to give us some more information about you and to see if the program is a right fit for you or not. Because here's the thing. We filter out the people that we work with. We don't work with anyone. And this isn't something that you can buy off the website directly. We want to see that you're a right fit for us. We want to see that you've got the right intentions, you are coachable, and you will follow everything out there. And this is the right fit for you as well. So fill up the form. They'll give us more information about you and your situation. And then when we get on a call, we can get the ground running and bring you immense value on the free breakthrough call that we have with you. All right, the free coaching call, consultation, anything you can call it. So just click on the link below, ironmanlifestyle.co/coaching, book a call. And I hope you love this video, and I would love to help you out more with your dating life, with your results, and get you to that amazing, amazing relationship, or even at a point in time, help you get married. It's going to be fucking amazing. All right. Looking forward to talking to you and bringing you the amazing results. This is Kshitij signing off. Talk to you soon.